What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me here in the studio. And I've got a review today of a radio. It is this Alinco DJ. Let's get the other view up here so you can see what I'm doing. DJ-VX50. This is what I would consider a pretty good little survival radio, and I'll tell you why I think that in a minute here. But yeah, thanks for joining me in the studio here. This is what I call the audio underground studio. It's kind of where I come and goof around and make the videos here, some videos, you know. And I've got my radio room here, got my ham radio stuff over here. I've got my, you know, HF rig here and all that stuff. You can see radios in the back there. And then it's my little podcast studio. I have a good time in here. I've been working on this thing for the last couple years, and I might do a video series on it, kind of how I did it and what I use, like this microphone setup, my soundboard, and everything. So basically what I'm doing is producing this on the fly, from the music to the camera feeds to the pictures and all that stuff. So it's pretty fun. It's kind of a challenge, and you know, I'm getting better every video, so it's kind of fun and I'm having a good time. So anyhow, I've got some good content planned ahead, but I've got this little radio to review, and I do have some older Alincos. I've got a DJ-195 and a 196, which were, back in the day, they were both 2 meters, single bands, but they were good radios, and they were about $150 20 some years ago. Anyhow, this one was about $100, I think, right around there, maybe a tad more. I can't remember exactly, but I got it from Walcott Radio Online. They shipped it out right away, and I'm not affiliated with anything, of course. You know, I'm just bought it, and I want to share with you guys my experience with it. I've had it going for a couple days now. I've had it for 2 days, and I charged it up, and I basically programmed everything in there, and I kept it on for the last 2 days. And there's a setting in here where you can keep the light on full time. I had that on. I just kept it on full time, and I let it scan through all the frequencies. I didn't transmit a whole lot on it. I did a few tests here and there, but it was down to 1 bar today, and I decided to recharge it, and it was down to about 1 bar. So it took a couple hours to charge back up fully. But yeah, let's talk about this thing. This thing is IP67 dustproof and waterproof, which means you can put it under, submerge it for 30 minutes up to 1 meter of water. So it's basically waterproof. It's 5 watts output VHF, 4 watts output UHF. Pretty standard for a little handheld. 2 meter, 70 centimeter, and 200 programmable channels. It's got a lithium ion battery, which I think is awesome. But it's an 1800 milliamp, and like I said, with staying on with the light on, it lasts me about 2 days, which is pretty good. I think you could probably get longer. If you there's a battery save setting in here, and if you didn't have the light on, you could probably get 3 days out of it, which isn't too bad. This thing has FM. It'll receive, this is kind of cool, it'll receive FM broadcast, AM airband, NOAA weather, and it has Vox capabilities. So it comes with the little charging cradle, and you know, it's got scan mode, a bunch of different things. So let's take a look at this thing. I'll try and get a decent view here for you and talk about a couple of these things. So there we go. So it's got a different mode, lights, a light mode. So I have it set to blue. And if you go to function 8 and set, oops, so you go to function, you wait till that little F comes up in the corner right here on this side. That's a little F there if you can't see it. But then you can scroll through with the arrows here of the functions. Oop, I just shut it off. Function 8, 8, and then you get into the menu. So there's receive tones, your repeater tones. Step, I have it set to 5. You can turn that up and down till you want 25 kilohertz. And I'm trying to get this. I want this thing to be able to see that. There we go. So I have it set to 5. Wideband, beep, I have that off. So light, I had to auto, and you can turn it to on, leave it on full time, or just off. And to save a, I'll set it back to auto. To save, no, let's do on, keep it on. To save a selection, come on camera, work with me here. Just click function again, and now you're still there, so you can keep scrolling. So color blue, I turn this to orange and function save, and then if you want to change it to purple, function save again. Purple's pretty bright, it's hard to pick up on the camera here. Let's turn it back to blue. All right, so color blue. So that's kind of a cool color. It doesn't do it justice on the camera, but so anyhow, you can timeout timer. I have it set to 120 seconds. Offset, you can set your repeater offset to whatever you want. The 600 box level, you can turn that up and down, the sensitivity. So if you turn it down, you don't need to use press to talk or anything. It's just, you just start talking into it, and you have to mess with that and see how much it works. I haven't done a whole lot with that. Box, menu, channel name, you can program a channel name. I haven't done that. I'm going to do a video on programming, but this is just for the review, kind of show you guys what this is about. And then just to get out of this, you just click exit, escape, and then that, again, that was to get to the menu. Just go to function 8 and then scroll through. I mean, that's pretty darn easy. And then to get out of it, just escape. And to save, once you click your settings, you use the knob up here on top to turn. So to get to FM, you go to function and FM. So to change frequencies, you just type it in the program and the front keypad. Yeah, so, or you can just tune up here with this. So to turn it off, you go function FM again, and you make sure you have function up here in the corner right here. And you can see there's Vox. You can turn that off and on right there. So you go function Vox. Let's go to show you how to do the airband. You go function star. Oops, you gotta make sure the light is, or the F function F is on there. Function star. And when you're in the AM band, you go to function scan. It'll start scanning, and if you turn this knob, it'll scan down, or if you turn it the other way, it'll scan back up in the AM band, which is pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. I'm pretty far from any airport right now, but I thought that was cool. Let's go to shut it off. You go to function star again, or excuse me, function. Go to function, then you go to the next one for NOAA, and then you got weather here. Right? So that's, gosh, it's got 10 weather channels. Okay, so that's how you do it. So you just to shut that off, go to function, the F is showed up there, and then you're back to that. And this is VFO memory mode. So now you're in VFO mode. Then you just press it again to go back into memory mode. And to scan memory, you push function, scan. Now I'm scanning through all of my memory channels there. And like I said, I think I have 30 channels. So there's a few basics in there to show you kind of how it works. But it's a nice little radio. It feels very rugged. It's got a good case on it. I'm going to show you on the side here. It has a screw that holds in the, you can see it says mic and speaker. It's just kind of a regular old Kenwood style mic set, or speaker mic. But that little screw will hold that panel in. And I've taken that out before. I pulled it out and I tested with speaker mic and stuff. But so I used some. I had a screwdriver that fit that. But I think that's to keep the water waterproofing in. It holds that thing in. And there's a little rubberized pad that sits in there. So yeah, obviously you have a lanyard here and a belt clip. Come on, focus in there. There we go. Belt clip. This side you have a monitor, and this is programmable, I believe, if I remember right, but I don't have anything on there. And then your PTT. And then on the top here, it just has volume and channel right here. This is your volume on off right here. And then your channel switch right here. Just turn that one. So yeah, there it is, you guys. It's pretty nice little setup, and it works really well. The speaker is excellent on it. Let's see if I can get back to FM real quick. I don't want to get any copyright stuff, so I don't play that. But yeah, the speaker is excellent. And let's go back to memory mode here. There we go. Memory mode function, scan memory mode. So we're just going to scan that. So the memory mode, you can scan channels. You can scan in FM or AM while you're in those modes as well too. So that's pretty cool. But it's a good little radio. So if I was to make some changes on this thing, which really aren't a whole lot. What did I write down? I wrote down I would have liked it to scan faster. Like right now, it's just like it's ham scanning. It's like ham speed scanning. It's not like police scanner speed. And I don't know how they can change that or whatever, but it would be nice to have that scan a little bit faster, because as you're scanning through, sometimes you just get the tail end of a repeater squelch, and you're like, well, I don't know what channel that was, or I lost that. I didn't hear what they were saying. But on a like a fast police scanner over here, you can like this one, this little Radio Shack 200 channel, man, that thing just burns through the band or the banks, memory banks, and you can scan 200 channels by the time this scans 35 or whatever, 40. And let's see, what else would I change? It comes with the cradle charger, kind of standard cradle charger that you get with all these new radios. I would have liked to have seen USB charging on this thing. You're seeing that more and more. That's pretty cool. Like, just put a USB-C charger on the bottom of this thing, you know, instead of that. I mean, that's fine. This works great, but for a survival prepping type radio, I would have liked to have seen a USB charger instead of the regular AC adapter. But yeah, that's how you pull the battery off right there. And it feels good in the hand. It's got the good plastic. It's not, it just feels better than a Baofeng to me. And I think it is better. The receive is better. I had this hooked up to a mobile antenna for a while, and it didn't overload it. It didn't, you know how too much signal, if you put a mobile antenna, can overload the front end of a radio. It didn't do that. Of course, they didn't drive through downtown, but I didn't get that anywhere around when I was using it. So, but yeah, waterproof and 200 channels, 5 watts, $100. It's an Alinco. It's not a Baofeng. And man, it sounds great. The functions that it has on there. Doesn't have a flashlight though. No Baofeng flashlight. But yeah, just a few changes I would make is all. I mean, really, it's a nice radio, and I wouldn't worry about all those other things. I think this thing kicks butt, and I'd rather have this than a Baofeng. As much as I have my Baofeng and use that thing, I don't have to worry about them. You know, this thing's durable. The Baofeng, I can't get wet or whatever. And let me show you size comparison to one of these Baofengs real quick, and then I'll get out of here. But there's a size comparison right here. UV5R with the extended. So without the extended, you kind of see what it looks like there, but with the extended battery. So it's really similar to a UV5R size-wise. It's a good radio. This is the camouflage one. I think that Baofeng is awesome. So yeah, I diss on these just cause I can, and nobody really cares. Chinese radios, but these are great. These are fine. But this is a better quality, much better quality audio, much better receive. It sounds better transmitting, all the way around, next level up from a Baofeng. So I hope that made sense, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do some more of these. They're kind of fun, but it's you know, I gotta stay on track with this stuff. I can just ramble on. But anyhow, so 17-minute review of your Alinco Dj-VX50. All right, have a good one. Take care. Thanks for watching, and if you like the channel, subscribe and like it and all that. If you want, that's cool. If not, then all good too. So take care, and we'll catch you next time.